Hi everybody, this is Viper4724, and I was trying to bring you a game, and something got messed up on my phone, and I just realized it. So we're going to pick up about 5 plays in. I definitely apologize, I just wanted to get this 3.3 game out. I will not be able to go over the deck that I had, but you will be able to see every card that I have, I promise, because I'll cycle through them all. We'll take a look at what I've got going on right now. So, what I did, I've got Horror of the Broken Lands in play. Now, this is going to get +2/+1 every time a card's cycled, so he's going to grow quickly every single turn. Obviously, you have your Drakes right here for the support, so you're going to get 4/4 every time you cycle a card. We do have New Perspectives, which is the drawing and mana giving to all cycle cards. And we have our Faith of Devoted. Every time you cycle a card, opponent takes 5 damage, you gain 5 life. This is going to speed the game up decently quickly. For the kill spells, which I might have to slow the game down for actually, I'm only using Unlicensed Disintegration, and as my third creature on the board, I'm going to be using Stir the Sands, because every time I cycle Stir the Sands, it's going to give the Horror +2/+1, it's going to give the Drakes +4/+4, and we're going to throw a 2/2 zombie on the board. And every time we cycle, we're going to be dealing 5 damage, so it's going to move quick. I'm actually going to have to probably hold back at this point, because technically this or next turn I could already win. So here I have not made a deck that I'm going without supports for, because the objectives cast 2 or less supports. As you can see, I've already cast 3, but I do need to kill 4 more creatures in a single fight, and that's what I'm going for. So what we're going to do to get there, we're going to kill this one first. Now, they do have Vindicate in this deck, so as long as my Drake Haven has Summoning Sickness, I don't build it too much. Actually, I do want to build it above the 8/8 though, because I believe they also have the deal 8 damage to target creature or planeswalker spell in here. Not 100% sure on that, but okay. So we're going to get rid of that Jackal. Perfect. I really don't mind the Jackal Warrior. As long as you stop his gems that he puts on the board, it's just fine. Now, as you can see, I'm gaining life every time I cycle cards, so getting a hit or 2 against me doesn't affect me very much. As you can see how low my hand is in cards, until I get that archive on the board and start drawing double every time, my hand's not going to be completely full. So I'm actually going to leave that Jackal on the board for a round or 2 and try to get this archive out. Now, I actually like having the... Now, Cruel Reality is not fun. Right there's why. But that's fine, we can get around Cruel Reality. How we're going to get around that is using the Drakes. So I need another Drake Haven, which I've got. Got the Archive, which is fine. And what I'm going to do is to wait one more turn, get the Archive on the board, and then go to town on all that. So I'm just going to separate these two blue gems here, get the Archive on the board. And now that he's played Pact of Negation, which isn't fun, I'm going to hold on to Drake Haven, hold on to the Unlicensed. I do want to get another one of the Horror of Broken Sands on the board, but I can't really do that right now because I need to start cycling cards. 1, I need to gain some life back. 2, I need to get some creatures on the board. So as you can see, I'm at 64 right now. I'm going to be gaining 10 life every time I cycle. And the thing is, you can get rid of cards that you're not sure if you need or not in your hand. Let's say they get rid of one of your needed supports next turn. You're going to be cycling so much through this deck, you will find that support again. Don't worry about it. If you need to cycle, get rid of cards, get them out of your way so you have room to cycle. And right now what I'm worried about is, 1, I want to get enough Drakes on the board so they can't hit me for the 8 damage, plus I have to remember the 3 damage that's going to continuously come my way from that Cruel Reality. And also, I would like to end this turn at full health. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill all the cards that I need and want in my hand, and I'm going to let that Pact of Negation actually work against him. I can wait him out as long as I need to. As of right now, he's only going to be dealing me 18 damage per turn. That's nothing. It's not a big deal at all. But what I can do in the meantime is get my hand together, get it nice and full, and then play it after he hurts himself. So I took the damage. I'm going to have the zombie attacking the warrior here. That's going to kill the warrior. That will give me 2 deaths out of the 4. Obviously, I have this unlicensed disintegration to give me my 3rd death. And then from there, it'll just be finishing the game. Now, the part that makes everything really long is the Vindicate, the Death Angel, all the stuff that makes you restart on the Drakes. Also, obviously that Cruel Reality never helps, but that's fine. We can deal with all that stuff. So we have another unlicensed disintegration. I'm actually going to save that and use it. Okay. Almost back to full health. Gonna play one more here. Okay, if you've noticed, I've been bringing every card to the top. If you don't know this already, cycling cards use their own mana if they're at the top of your hand. So, perfect example, Fetid Pools cost 4. It already has 3 mana, so put it up, put it with another cycling card to take 1 mana from it, like Stir the Sands. And then that'll leave Stir the Sands with 2 mana to use on himself. Since I did get Stir the Sands in my hand, I am going to cycle 2 more cards, actually. Just because I want to use the Stir the Sands. I got 2 now, which is awesome. Just going to make that zombie a little bit bigger. And obviously, I am very sorry. I do know that I said that I wanted to cycle 1 more card to gain full health. For some reason, I thought he was 114, because that's what Dovin is. But obviously, he's 104 and already has full health. Sorry about that. So, like I said, getting a couple more zombies into play, which is great. Okay, so remember, we still have the Pact of Negation on the board. It looks like he's got a big creature over there filling up because he's been working on it for 2 or 3 rounds now. Don't want anything in my hand to play because we don't want to waste that on ourselves. There we go. We got the warrior dead, still have zombies in play. And we were able to use that. Now, when we kill this, that's going to bring back the last 2 creatures that he controlled. So, what I want to do is make sure that I kill it when there are 2 creatures on the board. So chances are he can only bring back 1 creature instead of 2. So he also played another Pact of Negation. Okay. So we're still going to save our hand. Like I said, saving our hand isn't hurting us in any way whatsoever. Not a big deal. And it's, helping us, stop him from doing more. So we are going to save that. We're going to kill that. So she's going to bring back 1 creature, which I thought should have been the Champion of Ronos, which is great, because we can kill that just fine now. And as you can see, going to cycle 2 more cards to get some life back on the Drakes. And get our life back, obviously. Now, if I just broke down and played a card, probably would speed the game up because I would get the that Horror of Broken Lands back on the board. But I'm fine with waiting it out. I really hope it just, stops him from playing one of his Angels of Death. We're hitting him for 50 plus a round. So it's not hurting me at all to not have this Angel or the Horror on the board. We just have to remember we do have to kill 1 more creature before the game ends. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, play another round. I love that he keeps putting the warriors on the board, because technically now I don't even have to play the disintegration. He keeps throwing packs of negation out, which is great for me because he's literally stopping himself from killing my cards. I mean, I have to think that it's a Vindicate. I have to think that, it's another Angel of Death coming out at me. So all he's doing, he's letting me continue to build my Drakes. He's letting me kill his creatures by putting that warrior out on the board, letting them kill him with the zombies. I do have to cycle a couple times to make sure my health is full, and plus if I get a couple luckily get a couple zombies on the board, it keeps my zombie alive. So we are going to cycle through those. Now I could easily have another card other than Fetid Pools in my deck. That would probably be a better choice, just because it costs 4 to cycle them instead of 3 or less. I'm stubborn that way, and I just keep it in my deck because it's a blue-black land support. But you definitely don't need it in there. Probably suggest not having it in there. But it is kind of nice if you play a Planeswalker that isn't all colors, that is, actually gains less mana on blue and black. So, I mean, on this one, it's definitely not necessary, but sometimes it's nice to have in there. Okay, so what we've got going on here, he got rid of the Pact of Negation. I don't want a 14/6 creature continuously attacking me. Gonna put another Drake out there just in case. Gonna get that Horror of Broken Lands out on the board. I'm not gonna cycle anything this time. And, we're gonna watch our deck move a little bit. Okay, so there we go. Now, at this point, I would kill him this turn no matter what. He has no defenders on the board. I can cycle through my entire deck as many times as I want to, building the Drake up, over 100, building him up to 60, 80, whatever, and chances are getting him to 20. At the same time, I'm going to be getting 5 every time I cycle, so I'm just going to cycle 1 or 2 to see what happens here. So he gets the +2. He takes the 5 damage. He gets the +4/+4. It's a lot of damage going around, and at the same time, I'm gaining life. I hope everybody liked the deck. Let's wrap it up real quick. Play our turn. There we go. He's dead. I've won. This was the first time that I've ever used this deck. I just threw it together, looking at what I think would work. As you can see, I still didn't get the second objective, but I did get the third objective with killing the creatures. So I hope you all enjoyed the deck. Definitely a different take, hopefully, than you've seen already. And yeah, thanks for watching.